Coach Cliff is back at it again. And I tell you, I know I really recommend for you guys to be eating chia seeds, but I heard the word on the street that chia seeds then went bad. So let's go ahead and do some research on that. So I ask y'all to follow me. We're gonna check that out. Before going to the chia seed investigation, I'm gonna put my instead of putting my coach hat, I'm gonna put my investigator hat on. But before we go there, hey, if you're new to this channel, this is the Optimal Wellness Life, where chronic disease ends and life fulfillment begins. So this is why we're here. We want to stop chronic disease dead in its tracks. If you don't know what chronic disease is, that's cardiovascular disease. That's one of them. Type 2 diabetes. That's another one. Obesity and a assortment of others. So that's why we here. Optimal Wellness Life. As we said, chronic disease ends where chronic disease ends and life fulfillment begins. So Coach Cliff is a proponent, is a big fan of chia seeds. Right, you have here. I got my chia seeds. But when I was doing my research as Coach Cliff does for you guys, I stumbled to this article to where it said that chia seeds that went bad. So we want to go ahead and do some investigation on that. And this is why we're here. We're gonna fill y'all in. Anyway, before we go to the investigation, I want y'all to let y'all know we have a website. We got some training for you guys. We want you to check out our website, Optimal Wellness Life. You check that in the description. We got some coaching programs for you guys, right? If you're dealing with type 2 diabetes, holla at your boy. If you're dealing with high cholesterol, holla at Coach Cliff. I'm here for you. It's some assortment of other things. We got a nice, what we call the Optimal Wellness Life Academy system. This system is going to tell chronic disease to get up out your body. So anyway, let's start the investigation on the chia seeds, right? We want to make sure that if chia seeds is still a go or no go. So what we're going to do, we're going to step into the lab and we're going to check that out and investigate, see if we can move forward with our chia seeds, because you know Coach Cliff love them. So I'll check y'all at the lab. Okay, y'all, Coach Cliff, we back at the lab as I said before. So let's do a quick study of what is chia seeds. All right, let's go real quick. I'm gonna change my little camera up and boom, there you have it. Now here's the chia seed. Real quick, chia seeds are grown in the Central American, South American parts of the world. Here's how they look. They come from these plants that grow about 3 feet. And these plants produce flowers, as you see here, these purple and white flowers, and the flowers will have these seeds, which will be produced here. So that's how chia seeds are produced. And they, like I said, they are a nutritional powerhouse. They are what they call a superfood, packed with a bunch of nutrients. So we'll get into that real quick. And so we have some more information on it, because I'm definitely a proponent of chia seeds. So I'm definitely excited to where this investigation, Detective Coach Cliff is going to hopefully come out the result that we can still eat these chia seeds. So let's get into the quick nutritional facts about chia seeds. We'll always be promoting chia seeds and nutritional value out of it. So let's get to that real quick. So let's do a quick little facts, quick fact study on chia seeds. As we see here, it has for 2 tablespoons, packs a powerful punch. 2 tablespoons is really nothing. And number one, 2 tablespoons giving you 10 grams of fiber, which we need. We say Optimal Wellness Life, we want to have at least 50 per day, if not more. So this is a great way to incorporate chia, fiber in your diet. As we say here, Optimal Wellness Life, if we want to follow fiber, that's the number one nutrient we want to follow. Fiber, if everything's behind fiber, you get your sufficient proteins, you get sufficient fats, you get sufficient carbs, and a gain of nutrients, right? A gain of vitamins and minerals and trace minerals and phytochemicals and all that good stuff. Number 2, it has the ALAs, right? Essentially what we want, as we always want to say here, Optimal Wellness Life, that we want our omega-3s and omega-6 to balance, because studies have shown that the imbalance of omega-3s and omega-6 causes problems with our cells. And another great thing about consuming a lot of chia seeds, or foods, having mixed meals with chia seeds for those that may be a candidate for colorectal cancer, again, that's another chronic disease. We definitely don't want that one. Getting our fair share of these chia seeds is a great way to fight that particular possibility of having that. So as you see here, it's a real quick list of what chia seeds provide just in 2 tablespoons. You get 23% of your daily value of magnesium, phosphorus, 20% zinc. I mean, this is 2 tablespoons. Imagine we're going to put our chia seeds in our smoothies. We're going to put our chia seeds in our oats, you know, in our what they call that, quinoa. You know, we say quinoa, we say quinoa, right? You can put in everything. It's basically tasteless. Put in your shakes, everything. So, you know, quick little study on that. So, you know, I don't want to get too deep into it because this video is really about the recall. So let's just go ahead and talk about the recall real quick, and let's move to that. Okay, now let's check out the recall. So real quick, recall is done by the FDA. That's Food and Drug Administration. They put out these recalls. Sometimes the Food and Drug Administration finds it. Most times the manufacturer will call it out. Now the processing of foods in our food supply is really cool, because what they'll do, the manufacturers, they follow the law. They'll put kind of like an identifier of, you know, the type of, you know, the foods where they send out. So in this case, we know it's chia seeds, right? We know this is this great value brand. If you had this in the house, I want you guys to check it out. I had it in the house, and mine wasn't affected. But how I know it wasn't affected, I checked out the lot number and I checked out the date. And all these numbers you'll see, as you see here, in the back of the actual packet. So that's a quick way to identify that if you have this particular one or affected by this major recall that FDA put out. So here's the states that are affected by it, right? We have Alabama, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Ohio, Tennessee, Texas, and Wisconsin, right? So actually these states are near me. I'm over here in the North Kakalaki, but it didn't affect me. But we definitely want to make sure, we did the research. Hey, that's why Coach Cliff is here, Optimal Wellness Life. He's here to do the research for you guys, so we can keep you guys safe, because we are a proponent of chia seeds. We want to make sure that becomes a part of our diet, which we are always in favor of you consuming whole food, plant-based fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, seeds, nuts, and get your 8 to 10, if not 12 cups of water, depending on your physical activity, right? So that's how that's said. That's how that's spread. Now, so let's go ahead and talk about the effects of salmonella on your body, right? So you got here, say, what is salmonella? It's a bacteria that makes people sick. This is the CDC, and how you get it. What's the symptoms? You get diarrhea, fever, and stomach cramps, and symptoms can pop up 6 hours of the infection to 6 days after infection. Lasts 4 to 7 days, right? So it might be like almost like a stomach bug type of deal. Those type of symptoms. So you might get fever, like you said, and diarrhea. Not a good look, right? What people happens, is it long-term effects, as they say here? Most people diarrhea it can return to normal in a few months. So that's what salmonella can cause. It definitely can cause death if you're in a bad state. So we want to make sure we avoid that. So let's go ahead and let's talk about how salmonella is spread. Now, I want to let y'all know, plant-based foods innately do not have salmonella. So it has to be a way to where, since these salmonella spread from animals, right? In this case, chicken. We got to figure out how does the chicken stuff, number 2 business, get to plant-based. So let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. So what we found out was how salmonella spread. I'm gonna read this quick study that was done in India, right? It says salmonella outbreaks are linked to contamination from post-harvest handling and transportation, but the bacterium can enter the plant earlier from a contaminated soil. Salmonella can reach the soil from manure containing animal feces or contaminated irrigation water. So basically how salmonella gets into the plants is, I say more than likely, these big, concentrated animal slaughterhouses and factories that, just take the animal and, maybe the animals live nearby and they take it. And then, hey, the animal they have number two business. If y'all don't know what number two business is, that means that they have poop. That poop gets into the water supply. That water supply is used. That water supply, it may be near a plant. A farm. Most of these farms will have, not only they grow animals for livestock. They also will have some, they grow corn and other types of vegetables and fruits. In this case, chia seeds. So the water that's used is affected by the feces from these factories. So this is how more than likely this happened. They can't pinpoint it, but we have to keep that in mind. That's probably how it happened, and we got to be very careful. We know nothing's perfect. The way this food supply is a very complex, robust food supply to put these goods in the supermarkets. Much love to all the folks in the supermarket and works for the supermarket, but it is a very robust, big one, and these things happens. That's why we have these safeguards, and FDA, and to go ahead and make sure that we get the word out if there's some type of contamination in a particular product in the food supply. So that's how that happens, and it is what it is. So let's go ahead and move on to the verdict of if we can continue to consume these beautiful chia seeds that pack such a nutritional punch. So after careful review, Detective Coach Cliff puts the verdict as we can continue to consume chia seeds. Eat them to your heart's content. Put them in anything and everything you can, because it's a nutritional powerhouse. Very small, you don't even taste it, right? So let's go ahead and give the pass for the chia seeds, right? Again, it falls into the optimal wellness life academy systems that we promote here, that this is going to reduce the probability of you acquiring a chronic disease and also remove chronic disease from your body, right? So that's how it stands. That's how it's going. Now so again, like we mentioned in our system, go ahead, check out the website, and go ahead and do that got a little link. You go ahead and fill out a form. We're gonna go ahead and talk about it. If you got chronic disease, we're gonna talk about, see if we go ahead and put ourselves together to remove it, right? And if you're thinking about getting chronic disease, because if you're not doing the right habits, you're not intentional about your nutritional lifestyle, you're not intentional about your lifestyle, period. We're gonna talk about it, and we'll see if we can get together. And Coach Cliff, if you want that real deal, training, no holds bar, I'm your guy. Because chronic disease, he ain't playing. They trying to take us out before our time. So, hey, like I told you before in a couple other videos, I'm gonna put this fact out there because I'm gonna hit you with your heartstrings. 30% of our babies got pre-diabetes. So just let that marinate in your mind for a little bit. And that's because a lot of it's because of nutritional lifestyle. So there you have it. We can move forward to go ahead and get in our chronic, getting these chia seeds in our nutritional lifestyle. And I'm proud and happy to say that we can move forward with them. So again, this is the Optimal Wellness Life, and Coach Cliff. We love making these videos, and please, like I said, check us out. We got the website link in the description, and let's see if we can get together and see if we can knock out chronic disease. If you're dealing with type 2 diabetes, you're dealing with cardiovascular disease, you're dealing with all other diseases, we believe that our system can help you reduce it, and hopefully we can't say it 100%, but we want to get rid of it. But again, we got to go ahead and keep it all legal here at the Optimal Wellness Life. Anyway, appreciate you checking this video out, and we're going to make some more, and we'll see you later.